Stress doesn't come from what happens to you. It comes from how you respond to it. Two people can face the same storm, one is destroyed by it, the other finds strength inside it. The storm is the same. What changes everything is how you meet it. Most people try to escape stress. They run from it, hide from it, or pretend it isn't there. But running only multiplies it. The more you fight it, the louder it becomes. You can't control every situation, but you can control your breathing, your focus, your reaction. That's where real power begins. Slow down. Take one deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Now exhale slowly through your mouth. You just told your nervous system, you are safe. It sounds simple, maybe too simple, but it's the foundation of calm. Breathing is the bridge between your mind and your body. When one is chaotic, the other can restore it. When your mind races, write things down. The brain loves to replay problems, but it hates clarity. Once a thought is written, it stops spinning endlessly in your head. Writing gives shape to worry. And when something has a shape, it can be handled. Stress, if excessive, can be bad for your health, your life balance, your family, your loved ones, and those who surround you, the ones who love you most. Your spouse, your children, your friends. Healthcare professionals will tell you that a reasonable level of stress is normal, it can even be good. It keeps you sharp, alert, and motivated. But too much of it can harm your health, your heart, your mind, and your relationships. It should be avoided, yet avoiding it is not always an option. Many of you will say, if I could avoid stress, why would I bother watching this video? Exactly. This video is for you. I will not tell you to quit the job that gives you stress and find one that doesn't. I will not tell you to leave the spouse that gives you stress, or move to a cabin in the woods. I will share something simpler, how to live with stress, how to minimize it, and, eventually, how to let it go. Accepting what is. The first truth. Most stress comes from resistance. We suffer not because life is hard, but because we want life to be different. We resist what is. We say, this shouldn't be happening. It's not fair. It's too much. But the more you resist reality, the more it tightens its grip. Acceptance is not weakness. It's wisdom. It means you stop wasting energy on the impossible and start using it on the possible. When you accept what is, you give yourself room to respond with strength instead of panic. It doesn't mean you like it. It means you see it clearly, and that clarity is the beginning of freedom. Remember, life rarely goes according to plan. That's not failure, that's life. You can plan, prepare, and organize everything perfectly, and still, the world will hand you something unexpected. The more you understand this, the less you will fear it. Peace begins when expectation ends. The illusion of control. We think control equals safety. But most of life is beyond our control: people, events, timing, outcomes. The tighter we try to hold, the more we break what we're trying to protect. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If yes, act. If not, let it go. Letting go is not giving up. It's choosing peace over illusion. Some people will disappoint you. Some plans will fail. Some paths will close. But sometimes, those closed paths lead you to something you never would have found otherwise. Every door that shuts forces you to stop, breathe, and look around. Maybe there's another door, one that leads to something far better, something that fits who you've become. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Stress doesn't just live in your head. It hides in your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your stomach. It lives in how you breathe, how you sleep. I'm fine 1,000 times, but your body keeps score. Your heart rate doesn't lie. Your tension doesn't lie. Your fatigue doesn't lie. So learn to listen to your body. It whispers long before it screams. When you feel heaviness in your chest, it's not weakness, it's communication. When your stomach tightens before a conversation, it's not random, it's your body protecting you. Your body needs recovery as much as your mind needs peace. Stretch. Move. Walk. Breathe. You don't need a gym membership to heal, you need presence. Motion dissolves emotion. Each time you move, you release a piece of what you've been holding inside. Every step tells your brain, I am alive, I am in control, I am okay. Create small pockets of order. Stress thrives in chaos. So, when everything feels out of control, start small. Make your bed. Clean your desk. Organize one drawer. It seems trivial, but these little victories send powerful messages to your brain. Order is possible. You can't fix everything at once, but you can bring peace to one corner of your world. And sometimes, one calm corner is enough to change the whole room. Routine creates rhythm. Rhythm creates calm. And calm creates space for better thoughts. When your life feels too big, shrink it to something manageable. When the future feels overwhelming, focus on the next hour. When the day feels heavy, just take the next breath. Peace doesn't come when life gets easier. Peace comes when you get stronger. Rest is not laziness. We live in a culture that glorifies exhaustion. People wear burnout like a badge of honor. But running on empty is not strength, it's surrender to chaos. You cannot heal in a constant state of urgency. You cannot think clearly when you're always rushing. Rest is not laziness. Rest is maintenance. Sleep when you need to. Say no when you must. You do not owe your exhaustion to even when there is more to do. Because there will always be more to do. The world won't fall apart if you stop for a while, but you might, if you don't. The power of no. One of the most powerful ways to reduce stress is to learn one small word, no. You don't need to explain it, justify it, or apologize for it. If something drains you more than it feeds you, say no. If a commitment feels like a cage, say no. People who respect you will understand. Those who don't were benefiting from your silence, not your kindness. Boundaries don't push people away, they protect the space where peace can live. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot help others if you are drowning yourself. Saying no to what harms your peace is saying yes to your sanity. Digital peace. We live in a world where silence is rare. Every minute, our phones call our attention, messages, news, noise. But the mind was never meant to process this much chaos. Caffeine, alcohol, and doom scrolling don't calm you, they numb you. They silence stress for a while, but the storm waits. When you stop distracting yourself, it comes back stronger. You don't need to escape the world, you need to reconnect with it. Put the phone down. Look at the sky. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice how the world keeps going without your constant input. Silence is not emptiness, it's medicine. It's the moment where your soul catches up with your body. Part 2. Strength from within. The strongest people you know aren't the ones who never feel stress. They're the ones who learned how to dance with it. They bend but don't break. They fall but don't stay down. They understand that calm isn't the absence of storms, it's learning how to breathe in the middle of one. Life doesn't reward speed. It rewards presence. When you slow down, you start to see what truly matters isn't caused by what happens to you. It's caused by the endless commentary in your head about what happens to you. The mind builds stories, repeats fears, and creates futures that haven't even arrived yet. But here's the truth. Your thoughts are not always facts. Just because you think something doesn't make it real. The next time your mind begins to spiral, pause and ask, is this happening now, or is this something I'm imagining? Most of the time, the stress we feel comes from a story, not from reality. You can't stop your thoughts from arriving, but you can stop inviting them to stay. Perspective is power. Stress shrinks the world. It convinces you that one mistake, one argument, or one deadline is everything. But when you zoom out, you realize how small these moments are. Ask yourself, will this matter in a month? In a year? If not, don't let it steal today. Perspective doesn't erase problems, it restores proportion. And proportion brings peace. Think of your life like a book. You're on one page right now, but this isn't the whole story. One bad day is not your ending. One hard week doesn't define you. You have more chapters ahead, and you are still the author. The myth of perfection. Many people live under constant stress because they are chasing perfection. They measure themselves by impossible standards, flawless work, endless productivity, perfect relationships. But perfection isn't peace. It's pressure wearing a mask of achievement. The goal isn't to do everything right. It's to do what matters with heart. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You don't need to have it all figured out to deserve rest. Imperfection makes you human. It's what connects you to others. And when you stop performing for approval, you begin to live from authenticity. So breathe. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are growing in real time, just like everyone else. One of the most silent causes of stress is comparison. You look at someone else's highlight reel and forget that it's not their full story. You compare your behind the scenes to someone else's final cut. Comparison is a thief. It steals gratitude, confidence, and joy. It tells you that you are not enough and you believe it. But peace begins when you stop competing and start appreciating. Your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. You have different timing, different lessons, different gifts. Stop rushing to match someone else's path, they might be heading somewhere you don't even want to go. You are exactly where you need to be to learn what you need to learn. Grounding yourself in the moment. When stress rises, your mind jumps to the past or future. It replays what went wrong, or fears what might come next. But peace lives only in one place, now. Try this. Look around you. Notice 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. You just brought your mind back home, to the present. The future can't hurt you because it hasn't arrived. The past can't touch you because it's already gone. But now, this breath, this heartbeat is always safe. Your breath is your anchor. Whenever you feel lost, return to it. It's the simplest, most reliable form of peace you have. Your environment shapes your energy. Look around your life. Your environment speaks, even when you don't notice. Cluttered spaces whisper chaos. Negativity echoes through conversations. Noise fills silence that could heal you. Start small, clean one corner, open a window, light a candle, turn off a screen. Create a space that breathes. You don't need luxury. You need light, air, and calm. Even 5 minutes in a tidy, quiet space can reset your nervous system. Peace is not a privilege, it's a practice. And every small stress adds up. Stress often doesn't come from what you do, but from who you do it with. Relationships, family, friends, co-workers, can be both our greatest comfort and our greatest challenge. You cannot control how others act. But you can control how much of their chaos you allow into your world. When people argue, complain, or project anger, don't absorb it. You don't have to carry every emotion that's handed to you. Imagine yourself as a calm lake. When others throw stones of anger or fear, you don't have to ripple endlessly. You can let the wave pass and return to stillness. Sometimes love means listening without fixing. Sometimes it means walking away quietly. Sometimes it means setting a boundary and keeping it, even when it's hard. Real peace is not found in pleasing everyone. It's found in protecting your inner space. The healing power of gratitude. Gratitude is the quiet medicine for a noisy mind. You cannot feel grateful and anxious at the same time. The mind cannot hold both. Every morning, before touching your phone, whisper 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big, clean water, warm sunlight, a heartbeat, someone's smile. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here. It turns ordinary moments into blessings. It reminds you that life, even in its imperfections, is still a gift. When you feel overwhelmed, stop and name something beautiful around you. The sound of rain. The smell of coffee. The quiet hum of life continuing. These moments matter. They are proof that peace is still available even when life feels heavy. Forgiveness and emotional release. Unforgiveness is a form of long-term stress. It's the quiet tension in your chest when you remember a name, a face, a moment. It's your body keeping score of something your heart hasn't let go of. Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was okay. It's about saying, I'm done carrying this. Scream into a pillow. Take a long shower and let the water carry your worries down the drain. You are not weak for feeling. You are human. The art of inner peace. Peace doesn't arrive like lightning. It grows quietly in the pauses, in the small choices, in the moments you decide not to react. The truth is, most of the noise in your life is self-created. We replay old arguments, we imagine worst-case scenarios, we keep checking for problems that haven't even appeared. And then we wonder why we feel so exhausted. You can't heal in the same noise that broke you. So step back. Breathe. Reclaim silence as your sanctuary. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness drains you, but solitude restores you. You must learn to be at peace in your own company, because if you can't sit quietly with yourself, you'll struggle to find peace anywhere else. Use solitude to listen not to the noise of the world, but to the whisper of your own soul. You'll be surprised by how much clarity you already have within you when the world stops shouting. Let go of control. A major source of stress is the illusion of control. You want life to go according to your plan, but it rarely does. People disappoint you. Plans fall apart. Timing refuses to cooperate. The more you try to control everything, the more powerless you feel. Peace comes when you learn to surrender to what you cannot change. This doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting that life unfolds the way it's meant to. You can control your attitude, your response, your actions, but not the outcome. And that's enough. Letting go is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's understanding that not every battle is yours to fight. If something is meant for you, it will not pass you by. And if it does, it wasn't meant to stay. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is not resignation, it's clarity. It's the moment you stop saying, why me, and start what saying, already is, what now? You double your suffering. But when you accept it, you give yourself room to breathe. Acceptance turns chaos into clarity. It allows healing to begin. And it gives you the strength to respond instead of react. There's freedom in saying, this is where I am right now, and that's okay. Because peace is not about escaping life, it's about facing it without losing yourself. Faith over fear. Every stressful thought begins with fear, fear of failure, rejection, loss, or uncertainty. But fear only survives when you feed it. Faith is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. You may not know how things will work out, but you choose to trust that they will. When you live with faith in God, in the universe, in your own resilience, fear loses its grip. Because no matter what happens, you know you'll find a way. Faith doesn't promise an easy path. It promises strength for the journey. And every time you choose trust over panic, you expand your peace. Simplify your life. Stress grows in complexity. The more you own, the more you owe. The more you say yes to, the more your energy scatters. Simplicity isn't lack, it's freedom. It's learning to say no without guilt, to rest without apology, to own less but live more. You don't need 1,000 things to feel alive. You need space in your schedule, space in your home, space in your mind. If something doesn't add peace, subtract it. Start small. Unfollow people who drain you. Declutter your desk. Spend time with those who make you laugh. Eat food that makes you feel light. Sleep when your body asks for rest. Your soul doesn't crave luxury, it craves simplicity. Redefining success. Many people are stressed because they're chasing someone else's version of success. They work endless hours for recognition that never fills the void inside. But success without peace is what already is. You double your suffering. But when you accept it, you give yourself room to breathe. Acceptance turns chaos into clarity. It allows healing to begin. And it gives you the strength to respond instead of react. There's freedom in saying, "This is where I am right now, and that's okay." Because peace is not about escaping life, it's about facing it without losing yourself. Faith over fear. Every stressful thought begins with fear, fear of failure, rejection, loss, or uncertainty. But fear only survives when you feed it. Faith is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. You may not know how things will work out, but you choose to trust that they will. When you live with faith in God, in the universe, in your own resilience, fear loses its grip. Because no matter what happens, you know you'll find a way. Faith doesn't promise an easy path. It promises strength for the journey. And every time you choose trust over panic, you expand your peace. Simplify your life. Stress grows in complexity. The more you own, the more you owe. The more you say yes to, the more your energy scatters. Simplicity isn't lack, it's freedom. It's learning to say no without guilt, to rest without apology, to own less but live more. You don't need 1,000 things to feel alive. You need space, space in your schedule, space in your home, space in your mind. If something doesn't add peace, subtract it. Start small. Unfollow people who drain you. Declutter your desk. Spend time with those who make you laugh. Eat food that makes you feel light. Sleep when your body asks for rest. Your soul doesn't crave luxury, it craves simplicity. Redefining success. Many people are stressed because they're chasing someone else's version of success. They work endless hours for recognition that never fills the void inside. But success without peace is failure yourself. Maybe it's not about money or titles. Maybe it's about having time to think, to love, to rest. Ask yourself, what does peace look like for me? Then build your life around that. If something looks successful but feels stressful, it's not worth it. Your well-being is your wealth. Your peace of mind is your greatest luxury. The gift of the present moment. So much stress comes from living in a time that doesn't exist yesterday or tomorrow. You keep replaying what you can't change, or worrying about what hasn't happened. And in doing so, you miss the only moment that's real now. Right now, you are safe. Right now, you are breathing. Right now, life is giving you another chance to begin again. The present is not something to get through. It's something to be fully in. Drink your coffee slowly. Walk without your phone. Notice the details, the texture of life that stress makes you overlook. Peace hides in plain sight, waiting for you to notice it. Boundaries and energy protection. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you plant the seeds of resentment. Boundaries are not walls, they're gates that protect your energy. You cannot heal in the same environment that drains you. So protect your peace as if it's sacred, because it is. Don't apologize for choosing calm over chaos. You are not responsible for how others feel about your limits. Every no you say to something unaligned is a yes to your sanity. You teach people how to treat you by the boundaries you enforce, not the ones you announce. Remember, the goal isn't to be liked by everyone. It's to be respected by yourself. Your body keeps the score. Stress doesn't just live in your mind, it lives in your body. In your neck, your shoulders, your stomach, your breath. Listen to your body. When it's tired, rest. When it's hungry, nourish it. When it's tense, stretch and release it. Movement is medicine. Take walks, move as freely as your thoughts wish they could. You can't think your way into calm, you have to feel your way into it. When your body is grounded, your mind follows. Daily habits that heal. Healing from chronic stress doesn't happen overnight, it's built moment by moment. Consistency matters more than intensity. Start each day with intention, not with your phone. Spend 5 quiet minutes before the world wakes up. Drink water before coffee. Write down your thoughts before they weigh you down. Practice gratitude at night. Forgive yourself for what you didn't do. Rest knowing that you did enough. The smallest habits, repeated daily, create the biggest peace. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep showing up. Releasing guilt and control. Many people carry guilt like armor, guilt for resting, for saying no, for putting themselves first. But guilt is not a compass, it's a cage. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to choose peace over productivity. You are allowed to heal without explaining it to anyone. Let go of guilt. Let go of control. The world doesn't need a perfect you, it needs a peaceful you. Transformation through stress. If you let it, stress can destroy you. But if you face it, it can transform you. Every challenge, every sleepless night, every anxious thought, it all carries a lesson. It teaches patience. It teaches perspective. It teaches strength. The version of you that will walk out of this storm will not be the same one that walked in. And that's the point. You are becoming wiser, softer, stronger. Every breakdown is an invitation to rebuild better. Don't rush the process. Healing takes time, and time takes faith. The quiet strength of letting go. One of the hardest but most freeing lessons in life is this. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to have walking away, not because you're weak, but because you're wise enough to protect your energy. Let go of people who keep you in cycles of pain. Let go of expectations that no longer serve you. Let go of needing things to go your way. You can't receive new blessings with clenched fists. Release, and make space for what's next. Finding purpose through peace. Stress often comes from chasing what doesn't align with who you really are. When you live by someone else's script, life feels heavy. But when you begin to follow your own rhythm, stress fades into motivation. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What can I do today that feels meaningful even in a small way? Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be genuine. When your actions match your values, peace becomes your natural state. The final reflection. Stress will never disappear completely, nor should it. A little pressure sharpens you, keeps you awake, alive, and growing. But the secret is learning to live with stress, not in it. Remember, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf. You can't control every storm, but you can choose how you sail. Take care of yourself. Rest when you need to. Speak kindly to your heart. You've survived 100% of your hardest days, you'll survive this one too. Because peace isn't something you find. It's something you create every single day, in the way you think, breathe, act, and love. You are stronger than your stress. And your calm is your superpower. The path toward inner strength. When you look back one day, you'll realize that most of the things that kept you awake at night never actually happened. Your fears were possibilities, not realities. Your worries were forecasts, not facts. Your mind is a brilliant storyteller, but it loves to dramatize. That's why awareness is everything. The moment you see the story for what it is, fiction, to yourself, you take your power I am back. Safe right now. Because 90% of the time you are. You're not in danger. You're just uncomfortable. And discomfort doesn't destroy you. It shapes you. When stress arrives, don't rush to fight it. Listen. Ask what it's trying to say. Maybe it's saying, you need rest. Maybe it's saying, you've ignored your limits. Maybe it's saying, something in your life needs to change. Stress can be a messenger. Don't shoot it, understand it. Pause. If your stress speaks through exhaustion, rest, don't quit. If it speaks through frustration, express, don't explode. If it speaks through anxiety, breathe, don't run. Every reaction you choose is either building peace or feeding chaos. Beat. You don't need to fix your whole life overnight. Start with 5 minutes of stillness. 5 minutes where you breathe, where you stop chasing, where you simply be. Small moments of peace add up. They create space. And in that space, wisdom grows. You may think your problem is time, but it's attention. The world screams for it. Peace whispers. Choose which one you'll answer. Pause. Unplug for an hour. Walk without headphones. Drive without the radio. Sit in quiet and let your thoughts land. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. That's just your mind detoxing. Stay with it. Soon, clarity will come. Stress thrives in noise. Calm grows in stillness. Stillness is a skill. The more you practice it, the more you crave it. You are not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You are human. Even the strongest break down. They just rebuild quietly. Your strength isn't pretending to be fine. It's admitting when you're not. And still choosing to move forward anyway. When life feels heavy, simplify. You don't have to carry it all. Do one thing. Take one step. Breathe once. That's enough for now. Forgive yourself quickly. Regret is stress disguised as discipline. You don't grow from punishment. You grow from patience. You don't need perfect days. Peace comes You
from
need
perspective.
ones. Chaos around you doesn't mean chaos within you. Be the still point in the turning world. You can't control the storm, but you can learn to dance in the rain. You can't quiet the noise, but you can find your rhythm inside it. That's real power. So take this as your reminder. Stress is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's your body saying, something needs care. Listen. And respond with wisdom, not fear. Pause. You can't eliminate every storm, but you can become the calm within it. Spend your energy on what you can control. Your breath. Your focus. Your pace. Let go of what you can't. People's opinions. Outcomes. Timelines. The moment you stop trying to fix everything around you, you start to heal everything within you. Pause, gentle. Work with intention. Rest with permission. Love without condition. Live with awareness. There is a peace available to you that no circumstance can take away. You'll find it not by changing the world, but by changing how you meet the world. You'll find it when you stop chasing perfect days and start embracing imperfect moments. Because calm isn't about control. It's about trust. Trust that you'll handle whatever comes. Pause, soft. So next time stress knocks, don't panic. Open the door. Invite it in. Offer it a seat. Ask it what it came to teach you. Then listen. And let it go. Your life doesn't have to be easy, to be peaceful. It just has to be intentional. Slow down enough to see the beauty hiding in ordinary moments. The morning light. The sound of rain. The laughter of someone you love. These small things anchor you when the big things shake you. Pause. You are not your stress. You are the awareness watching it. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it. And the sky is always clear. Above the clouds. So breathe, rest, refocus, and keep walking. The world may never slow down, but you can. And when you do,
Not because it got
life
easier,
becomes lighter,
but
but because you got steadier. Stress will visit again. That's guaranteed. But next time, you'll greet it differently. You'll say, I've met you before. I know your face. I know how to walk with you now. And that's when you'll realize, peace was never about eliminating stress. It was about mastering the art of living through it. Because peace is not something you find. It's something you build. One breath at a time. One thought at a time. One day at a time. And the more you build it, the more it builds you. So live gently. Speak kindly. Breathe deeply. And remember, stress will always test you. But peace will always be your answer.